China's automotive industry has reached what can only be described as its breakout moment. While legacy giants from Detroit to Stuttgart scramble to balance decades of traditional manufacturing with the rapid shift toward software-defined vehicles, Chinese brands have stopped following anyone else's playbook. At this point, they're writing their own. 2026 marks a genuine turning point, with a new wave of full-size SUVs arriving that aren't just bigger and faster than what came before, they're dramatically more intelligent than almost anything else on four wheels. These are vehicles that can float on water for half an hour, spin a full 360 degrees on dry pavement, and in one case, even launch a scouting drone straight off the roof. They aren't just cars, they're mobile showcases of engineering ambition, built with one clear target in mind: dismantling the long-standing dominance of names like the Cadillac Escalade, the Range Rover, and the Mercedes-Benz GLS. What follows is a look at 6 of the biggest and most advanced Chinese SUVs arriving in 2026, ranging from quad-motor monsters pushing past 1,000 horsepower to battery-swapping luxury lounges that feel more like private jets than cars. What ties them together isn't just scale, it's the sheer density of engineering packed into each one, from AI-driven chassis systems to lighting arrays that double as projectors, counted down from 6 to the single vehicle currently sitting at the top of the pile. Kicking off the list at number 6 is the NIO EL8, known in its home market as the ES8. Stretching 5,100 millimeters long with a wheelbase running past 3 meters, the 2026 EL8 is a masterclass in what NIO describes as sophisticated minimalism. But the real story here isn't the size, it's the infrastructure built around it. While most EV owners around the world are stuck waiting 30 to 45 minutes at a charging station, NIO drivers are operating in a completely different reality. The EL8 is designed around NIO's 4th-generation battery swap stations. Pull in, let the car align itself automatically, and in under 3 minutes, a robotic arm swaps out the depleted battery for a fresh, fully charged pack. By 2026, NIO's global swap network is expected to cover major highways across both Europe and Asia, making long-distance EV travel genuinely faster than a traditional gas station stop. Underneath, the 2026 EL8 is no slouch either. A dual-motor all-wheel drive system delivers a combined 644 horsepower and 850 newton-meters of torque, enough to send this 3-ton SUV from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 4.1 seconds. It's not only about straight-line speed, though. A world-class air suspension system reads the road surface 1,000 times per second, adjusting damping so potholes essentially disappear. Inside, the cabin leans towards sanctuary rather than cockpit, with a 22-way power-adjustable lounge seat and footrest for the front passenger that would make a first-class airline seat jealous. The 2026 model also introduces NIO's Atom supercomputing platform, running on 4 NVIDIA Orin chips with over 1,000 TOPS of processing power, paired with roof-mounted LiDAR that enables full point-to-point autonomous driving across both highways and city streets. At number 5 sits the vehicle that single-handedly reshaped China's family car market, the Li Auto L9. For 2026, Li Auto has taken its flagship and turned the luxury dial up considerably. The L9 is an extended-range electric vehicle, a clever solution for drivers who want the smoothness of electric power without the anxiety of running out of charge. A 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine never actually touches the wheels. Instead, it acts as a highly efficient onboard generator that keeps the 52.3 kilowatt-hour battery topped up. The result is a combined range of over 1,400 kilometers, roughly 870 miles. The real magic, though, is the interior philosophy. Li Auto calls it the mobile home, and they mean that literally. Every seat in the first and second rows comes with 18-point hot stone massage functionality that can heat up to 45 degrees Celsius. The center console houses an intelligent refrigerator capable of keeping drinks at a crisp 0 degrees Celsius or warming a baby's bottle to exactly 50 degrees Celsius. For the kids and the tech-obsessed alike, The 2026 L9 packs a 15.6-inch 3K LED screen for the front passenger and an even larger 21.4-inch screen that drops down from the ceiling for rear passengers. Combined with a 21-speaker Dolby Atmos sound system and 4D vibration units embedded in the seats, this isn't just an SUV. It's closer to a rolling IMAX theater, designed to keep everyone from toddlers to grandparents comfortable across a 1,000-kilometer road trip.
Moving to number 4 brings something that looks like it belongs on a battlefield rather than a suburban driveway, the GWM Tank 700. If the Li Auto L9 is a lounge, the Tank 700 is a fortress. Great Wall Motors has leaned all the way into sharp angles, exposed hinges, and an aggressive wide-body stance that makes a Toyota Land Cruiser look almost compact by comparison. Don't let the rugged exterior fool you, though. This is one of the more sophisticated hybrid systems on the market. A 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6 engine pairs with a powerful electric motor integrated into a 9-speed automatic transmission, producing 516 horsepower and a genuinely earth-shattering 800 newton-meters of torque. The Tank 700 is a true off-roader at heart, featuring 3 mechanical differential locks and an electronic sway bar disconnect system that lets the wheels travel further over rocks and deep ruts, along with the ability to wade through nearly a meter of water without breaking a sweat. Step inside, though, and the Mecha Warrior exterior gives way to something closer to monarchy. The cabin is wrapped in ultra-premium Nappa leather and real aluminum trim, with a 16.2-inch floating central display and a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster. GWM has even added active noise cancellation working alongside double-layered soundproof glass, bringing cabin noise down to a whisper-quiet 38 decibels. Whether it's climbing a mountain pass or cruising through city streets, the Tank 700 aims to deliver both total silence and absolute power in the same package. Breaking into the top 3 is the M9L, the crown jewel of the partnership between automaker Cirrus and tech giant Huawei. The L stands for long wheelbase, and for 2026, this vehicle represents the fullest expression yet of the software-defined vehicle concept. The M9L is built fundamentally around Huawei's Qiankun ADS 3.0 autonomous driving system, widely regarded as one of the most advanced AI driving suites in the world. Combining high-definition LiDAR, millimeter-wave radar, and a full suite of cameras, the M9L doesn't just assist the driver, it perceives its surroundings with a level of accuracy that lets it handle complex, unmapped rural roads and dense urban traffic with the smoothness of a professional chauffeur. That intelligence extends all the way to the headlights. The M9L features Huawei's X-Pixel intelligent lighting system, which functions less like traditional headlights and more like high-resolution projectors. They can throw a 100-inch movie screen onto a wall for outdoor camping entertainment, or project high-contrast navigation arrows directly onto the road surface to guide drivers through confusing intersections. Inside, the M9L runs on Harmony OS 4.0. creating a seamless link between the car, the driver's smartphone, and their smart home. Start a video call on your phone, then flick it onto the car's 32-inch rear projection screen the moment you step inside. Its 800-volt silicon carbide platform also allows the electric version to add 150 kilometers of range in just 5 minutes of charging, rounding out a vehicle that thinks, learns, and adapts in ways few SUVs currently can. Taking the runner-up spot is the Zeekr 9X, a genuine hyper-SUV that shatters the old assumption that big SUVs are supposed to be slow and lumbering. Built on Geely's high-end SEA architecture, the 9X stretches over 5.2 meters and packs more punch than most Italian supercars. The headline figure is the power output. A quad-motor super hybrid system produces an astonishing 1,030 horsepower, launching this massive vehicle from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in a mind-bending 3.1 seconds. faster than a Tesla Model X Plaid, and more powerful than a top-tier Lamborghini Urus. But the 9X isn't purely a drag strip specialist. It runs Zeekr's AI-driven digital chassis system, which predicts road conditions before the tires even make contact with them, while air suspension and active anti-roll bars react in real time to keep the car flat through corners, giving a vehicle this size the agility of a sports sedan. The interior draws inspiration from high-end Scandinavian furniture design, with cloud lounge seats that rotate and recline into a zero-gravity position, perfect for a nap while the car charges. And it charges fast, hitting a record-breaking 500 kilowatt peak rate. A 3,800-watt Name audio system with speakers built into the headrests rounds out an experience that few vehicles anywhere can match for pure sensory immersion. Finally, at number 1 sits the vehicle that has left much of the global automotive world genuinely stunned: the BYD Yangwang U8. For 2026, the U8 remains the ultimate symbol of Chinese engineering ambition. It runs on BYD's E4 platform, featuring 4 independent electric motors, one dedicated to each wheel, producing a combined 1,180 horsepower and 1,280 newton-meters of torque. Because each wheel is controlled independently, the U8 can pull off tricks no conventional SUV can match. It can spin a full 360-degree tank turn on its own axis, drive diagonally in a crab-like motion, and, perhaps most impressively, switch into an emergency floating mode. If it's driven into deep water or caught in a flood, the body is sealed tightly enough to stay afloat for up to 30 minutes, using its spinning wheels to paddle back toward dry land at roughly 2 miles per hour. For the 2026 model, BYD has partnered with DJI to create a dedicated drone edition, complete with a climate-controlled dock integrated into the roof. At the press of a button, a custom DJI drone launches, automatically follows the vehicle to provide an aerial view of the trail ahead, and returns to its dock to recharge. Inside, the U8 feels closer to a palace than a passenger cabin. A 12.8-inch curved OLED central display, a 70-inch augmented reality head-up display that projects navigation directly onto the road, and even a medical-grade oxygen generator for high-altitude driving all come standard. It's a vehicle that doesn't just bend the usual rules of SUV design, it largely ignores them, making it, without much argument, the most advanced, capable, and genuinely intimidating SUV on the planet heading into 2026. From the battery-swapping efficiency of the Neo EL8 to the floating, tank-turning power of the Yangwang U8, these 6 SUVs make one thing clear: the center of gravity in the automotive world has shifted. The question in 2026 is no longer whether China can build a good car. That debate is effectively settled. The real question now is whether the rest of the world can keep pace. Each of these vehicles represents a genuine leap forward in how transportation gets reimagined. They're no longer simple tools for getting from point A to point B. They're intelligent environments, off-road specialists, and high-performance machines rolled into single packages that would have sounded like science fiction just a few years ago. The era of Chinese automotive innovation isn't coming, it's already here, and 2026 looks set to be the year the rest of the world sees it in full force. What's especially striking is how differently each of these 6 brands has approached the same basic problem. How do you make a full-size SUV feel indispensable in an era where consumers increasingly expect a car to behave like a smartphone on wheels? Neo bet on infrastructure, solving the charging time problem before anyone else took it seriously. Li Auto leaned into comfort and family practicality, turning a road trip vehicle into something closer to a 5-star hotel suite. GWM went the other direction entirely, proving rugged capability and genuine luxury aren't mutually exclusive. Huawei and Seres bet everything on software and perception, while Zeekr and BYD each pushed raw performance into territory that used to belong exclusively to European supercars. Taken together, these 6 approaches paint a picture of an industry that isn't just catching up to Western and Japanese rivals on individual metrics, it's exploring entirely different directions simultaneously, betting that different drivers want fundamentally different things from their next SUV. That kind of parallel experimentation, backed by real engineering budgets and fast iteration cycles, is exactly what's making 2026 feel like such a pivotal year for the segment as a whole.